Students, welcome to your IT class after your summer break. So since today is the first class and it is a recorded class, so I'm starting our unit 2, that is self-management skills. From there we'll start with stress management, which comes under session 1. So from Monday I think we have a live class, so there we are going to discuss our PT1 question paper, okay, and then I will start with session 2 from here, okay, from self-management skills. So let's start our today's class with self-management skills. So what is self-management exactly? So self-management is how we can manage ourselves. Okay, in our life, in our day-to-day life, we feel or we fall under different types of, face different problems in our lives. Okay, so how we can manage them? Okay, how we can manage on through our skills, how we should deal our problems. Okay, and how we should approach to our life in a positive way. So all this we are going to learn under self-management skills. So from here we will do our stress management. Now what is stress management? Stress management is how we can deal our stress with. Okay, how if we fall under any stress, or if we face any stress, okay, how we can deal it and how we can move forward in our life. Okay, we should not let stress take a toll on our body. Okay, so here the learning objectives of today's session will be that we will have knowledge on the term what is stress and the different tips for students how to manage stress. Okay, and the different factors for which students may face stress. So here you can see here on the side there is a mind map where it is written as stress management as the main topic, and from there you can see these callouts are different techniques through which students can manage stress. Like first one is the time management. You can see, yes, by managing proper time, students can deal with stress. They will not feel stress, okay, in their studies or in any work. Then listening to music, okay, can be relaxed. Students can be relaxed. Then doing any therapy or going for spa, doing any physical exercise, okay, physical activities, hobbies, okay, then doing meditation, yoga, going for nature walks, okay, vacationing with friends or with family members. So all these are different techniques which people can use to deal with stress. So all this we are going to learn in this session. So here you can see stress management, okay, our topic here. So you can see here, so in our life we all undergo through ups and downs, and not all the days are same. Okay, we cannot live happily always. In some point of life, in our life, we fall under stress. Okay, we feel stressed and we have to overcome this stress. So how we can overcome this stress? Let's see here. So not all days are same, and we all have to face challenges and meet demands, fulfill and manage our expectations of our own as well as of others. We all have different ways and styles to cope with and encounter such challenging situations of our life. But sometimes what happens, these challenges that we face become so big, okay, that our mind and our body starts feeling the heat of it, and this heat, okay, and such a state is known as what? Stress. We cannot bear the tremendous stress, and in such state we fall under stress. So we all feel the stress, okay, at varying degrees in our lives. So in this session we'll be talking about stress management and the various techniques and tips which will be helpful during our stressful times. So what is stress? In our lives, when we encounter a situation or challenge, our mind and our body react in a certain way as a response, and this response sometimes helps us to get past those events and come as victorious. But sometimes this response affects us adversely. Okay, it affects in such a way, in a negative way, and this is called as stress. So most people think that stress is a negative word, but not always though. Okay, stress in limited quantities motivate us to strive harder and get the best possible results, and this is known as what? Good stress. So we know that there are two types of stress. One is good stress, okay, which is for a limited amount of period of time, and motivates us to give a positive result. And on the other hand, there is bad stress, that means which affects on us, which have a negative effects on us, which take a toll on our body. okay, and adverse and affects us adversely. So most people think that stress is negative word, but it is not always. So you can see good stress refers to the limited quantity of stress that helps one to keep focus and motivated to do something. Now for example, when we have to welcome any delegates, okay, in a conference, or although we are well prepared, but still we feel stress, okay. Now this is what, this is a good stress. This is a for a limited period of time, okay. So what happened, this stress motivates you to rehearse for the speech, and once on stage you speak confidently and clearly and you make your teachers proud. So stress remains there for a little time. It happens or not, when we have to deliver something we feel little bit of frightened, yes, and we feel under stress. So that type of stress is what is a good stress, and it motivates you to perform better. It is a positive stress. So you can see here that it motivates us to strive harder and to do well, and which is known as a good stress and or eustress, which is referred by psychologists. So other examples of eustress, you can say that riding a roller coaster on an adventure park, okay, or going for paragliding, or asking for a promotion in an office or to your boss, or going for an interview. You feel stress, but those are not negative stress, not bad stress, rather they are good stress, and they are for a limited amount of time. So meeting a deadline for your assignment submission and so forth, okay. But even though good stress affects our pulse rate, but there is no fear with good stress or eustress, okay. But on the other hand, you can see bad stress, okay, bad stress, which we refer to as a stress that is ongoing, okay, which never goes down, which does not lower down. It keeps on going. It happens in our, but in our life it continues, okay, continuously it will worry us. So when one can't stop worrying about it and is unable to do the required things normally, does otherwise, okay. So what happens when we are under tremendous stress, we cannot stop worrying about it and we are concentrating on that particular thing, and what happened, it affects us that we cannot do our things normally like other people. So it is known as what, bad stress, and bad stress is overwhelming. It keeps on coming and prevents one's daily routine also. So people refer this bad stress in general, okay. So the psychologists call this form of stress, bad stress, as a distress, or you can say a chronic stress, okay. So bad stress is a negative form of stress, and it hinders our progress, okay. It hampers our positive approach or progress in our life. It even affects our body's immune system and causes emotional distress too. So some symptoms of bad stress are, you can see, you can just underline, okay, as I have been teaching you all, okay. I'm mentioning the different points like what is bad stress or what is stress, okay, what is good stress, all this you just keep on underlining. So same way you may be asked what are the symptoms of bad stress. So how you will know that you are falling under a bad stress? So you will have what, lack of sleep, okay, heart problem, or facing in problems in focusing, or weight gain or loss, weak immune system, or loss of gain or appetite, or irritability, then memory loss, depression. So all these are different symptoms of going under bad stress, a chronic stress. So need for stress management. So why do we need to manage our stress? So when we face, okay, a bad stress, when it is overwhelming us, the stress is overwhelming us and it is not going, what we should do, one must do something, and we should take appropriate actions at the proper time so that it does not have control on us, okay. So unmanaged stress may affect the immune system, our digestive system, excretory system, okay, and it may cause the stress symptoms mentioned earlier, as you can see, and many more things can happen. So unmanaged stress is a significant risk, and thus one must always take timely actions in order to manage their stress level whenever they feel that they are under stress. So thus stress management is important for us. So why it is important? Stress management is important in order to maintain a healthy life, then then improving our mood, okay, boosting our immune system, then improving productivity in us, and many other benefits. So these are the different benefits if we manage our stress in a proper way. Then there are certain stress management techniques. Okay, there are certain common stress management techniques, okay, which are for which can be termed as a common techniques. Okay, you can see there are many techniques available today through which we can use and follow to reduce our stress levels. So these techniques are very useful while handling or minimizing the physical and emotional effects of pressure and tensions in everyday life. So, and such are known as what? Stress management techniques. You can underline this. And then you can see here common and useful stress management techniques are listed below. So you can see there are two stress management techniques given in the book. One is termed as a common and useful stress management, and the others are tips as a student how you can manage your stress. So these are two different. Please don't mix it up if you get questions differently. Okay, just see in the question, if the word student is mentioned, then you have to refer to the tips, okay, which we are going to do. Here you can see this common and useful stress management techniques. First one is the physical exercise. The physical exercise which helps us to boost our production of our brain, okay, and feel good neurotransmitters which are called as endorphins. So when we do physical exercise, we concentrate on our body movements and forget our daily tensions. Then next we have is sports, okay, while playing. Then next we have yoga, again yoga which brings the body and the mind and spirit together. Then meditation, yes, sitting in a relaxed position and clearing our thoughts, okay, our negative thoughts. Then taking break from our daily routine, yes, again going for small breaks, relaxing, okay, doing some activity or listening to music. All this will help us to reduce our stress. Then nature walks, going for nature walk in natural surroundings, okay, like in a garden, or you can say in a park. All this is going to help us to reduce our stress. Then you have, see, holidaying or vacationing, okay. Then studies have also shown that taking break from routine and holidaying and vacationing have many health benefits. So holidaying and vacationing lowers our stress levels and controls cortisol in our body. It also releases feel good hormones in our body and make us feel relaxed and stress free. So you can see in the note it is given what is cortisol and adrenal. So you are going to underline this, okay. You have questions regarding this. Then next comes the tips for students to manage stress. So students, you can see nowadays are very much prone to stress, and in many ways. So why students face stress? Because of one of the following factors from here. You can see social factors, like factors from peer pressure, having competition between friends. Yes, your friend is getting more marks but you are getting less marks. Yes, there comes the negative stress. Then balancing your academic life with your social life, okay, issues like bullying, then increase want or unrealistic wants and so forth. Now if we aim for in all the subjects will be I have to get 100 out of 100, okay, but if you may not be that much good in your studies, but if you think that I have to get that unrealistic want, that unrealistic want to, which you think that it is not possible, will not be possible, but having that unrealistic one can affect your immune system or your body, okay, can make you sick and fall under tremendous stress, negative stress. Then you can say academic factors which we have discussed already. Then other factors, commuting problem, okay, then financial problems or expectation management and so forth. So these are the different factors for which a student may fall under stress. Then there are different tips, okay, basically for students, where you can see it is mentioned as the word students. So whatever may be the cause of stress, students should follow or must follow the given here, the following tips given here in order to control and manage their stress levels. So what are they? First one is the proper time management. Design and stick to an appropriate timetable, okay, keeping your workload. Then physical exercise, yes, you are studying every day, okay, or all the time is not enough, as we know that all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So same way, all the time you study and you don't do any physical exercise will make you what? Sick. You may feel under stress. So same way, you need to do certain exercise for about say 15 to 20 minutes, which will release endorphins. Then positive thinking, okay, another one, positive thinking the benefits of positive thinking. Yes, you should exercise positive thinking, and you will no longer feel stress. Then going step by step means if there is a big task or an assignment, yes, that which is the cause of your stress, then you should plan to break your tasks into smaller tasks, and you keep on completing them, and then you will see you will no longer feel stressed. Then act smartly, okay, sometimes when you have to do something which is a part of, or which some part is challenging, and then you can overcome this stress by acting smartly. Then spending a relaxing time, as I told you, going for a vacation, yes, or taking nature walks, yes, or doing any adventure activity, spending time with your family members or your friends will again reduce your stress hormones. And then taking a good diet, another important factor here. Diet also affects our body in managing stress. So when we feel stress, we should avoid certain foods and we should consume certain type of foods. You can see good foods for stress, which suits, okay, stress are like warm drinks, dark chocolate, whole grains, okay, fatty fish, water, okay, the milk, nuts, vitamin C rich fruits like orange, bananas, leafy greens, water, all this we should include in our intake, while in order to control our stress or manage our stress. And foods we should avoid during stress, like caffeine, yes, then refined sugar foods like cookies, cake, candies, or refined carb foods, junk foods, yes, the fast foods which we eat outside, which we like but actually are harmful for our body. So this is all about how a student should manage their stress level. Then we have nature's impact on us. Natural environments also can have a positive effect on human health. Spending some time in a vegetation rich area, okay, which boosts our emotional strength in order to face challenge and oppositions, and also helps us to keep anxiety and depression away. So here we can see, if you read this, you will know that how nature helps us to reduce our stress levels, okay. Studies also show that spending time in natural surroundings like forests, parks, okay, or trees helps us to increase immunity. All right, so here you can see the sunlight, which helps our skin to build vitamin D. So it is said that we should always take the morning sunlight, which helps us to prevent osteoporosis and cancers, okay. And low levels of vitamin D also increases the risk of heart attacks. So people who time spent in nature are happier and have increased sense of well-being and feel more energetic, less stress, and they sleep better and feel more productive at work. So this is how the nature have impact on our body. Then here we have the summary of our today's session. So you can see here, stress, okay, today we have learnt about what is stress. Now stress in our body is what is our mind and our body's response, how we react to the situations which we face in our life, okay, how we challenge them in our life. So it is our body's way of reacting and getting prepared to deal with those situations and the pressure it creates. So we know that we have learned that there can be two types of stress. One is good stress or eustress, which is for a limited quantity of time and which helps us to keep focus and motivate to do something better, okay, like riding a roller coaster in an adventure park, okay, we feel good after that, like going for an interview, yes, if we get the job we feel good, yes, or deadline for assignment submission. These are for limited period of time, but these boost us to improve, to do better, and these are called as good stress. Bad stress, on the other hand, is what? Which keeps on going within ourselves and it does not go out. It does not lower down and is referred to as a distress or chronic stress by psychologists. Now, some symptoms of bad stress are lack of sleep. If you feel that there is lack of sleep, that means you will know that you are going under stress. A loss or gain of appetite, sometimes memory loss, okay, depression, as we can see here, the famous actor everyone is talking about, Sushant Singh Rajput, yes, going under depression and taking certain steps, okay, certain steps which he should not have done it. So this is what? This is chronic stress, okay, and needs the help of a doctor. Then you can see stress management is important for all of us. For what? For why it is important for us? In order to maintain a good health, a healthy life, improving our mood, yes, boosting our immune system and improving productivity in our work, in our day-to-day life. Then we have certain common and useful stress management techniques, okay, which are for everyone, okay, which are physical exercise, doing any sports, involving any activity, yes, doing any practicing yoga, meditation, yes, taking breaks, going for vacationing, yes, or listening to music, or doing any physical sports, okay, then going for nature walks in parks or in nature, in where place there are a lot of trees, okay, greenery. Then holidaying and vacationing, going for a holiday or vacation with friends or family members will help us to reduce stress. Then students also face stress because of certain factors, okay, some social factors, academic factors and other factors. And same way students can follow certain tips to control and manage stress levels. So what students can do? They can manage their time properly, okay, involving in any physical exercise, thinking positively towards their life, or going step by step, breaking their bigger tasks into smaller tasks, okay, and completing them one by one. Like you cannot study all the subjects together, you can study one subject at a time, finishing one subject or one lesson at a time. So like this you can will fall under less stress. Then spending a relaxing time with your friends, with your family members, yes, watching TV with them, or watching a movie with them, you know, you'll be feeling relaxed and will reduce your stress levels. Then taking a good diet, foods which we should consume, okay, which will reduce our stress levels, and we should avoid foods which are not good during our stress, when the during the time when we face stress. So this is all about our today's class, okay. Then next I have certain home assignment for you, okay. Here you can see the checkpoint. Now here you can see why is stress management so important. So what you are going to write here, why is stress management so important, the benefits of stress management, okay, like improving our health, then boosting immune system, all this you are going to write there, okay, all the points. Then what is good stress and bad stress? So the definition is already given there. All right, what is good stress and bad stress? Okay, you can refer the term eustress also. And for bad stress, okay, what is distress and chronic stress? That also you can write. And please try to give one example of each. Then here you can see the feel good hormone released by our body, which helps us to cope up with stress, are or is. So from here you are going to do number 3 and 4 on your own and you will show me. Then what are some stress management techniques? So here you can see there is no word given as student. So here you are going to write the common general techniques, okay, which like physical activity, okay, then doing yoga, meditation. These are common techniques to manage stress. Now what foods you should consume while feeling stress? It is given in the book. What food you should avoid while feeling stress, so that is also given. So those you are going to write. The last one here can see what are some stress management tips for students. So here you are going to write the tips which student should follow in order to manage their stress levels, okay. Then you can see in this here also paper the question came okay, where it was asked about what are the I have the paper here. You can see it is asked that what are what people should do, okay, what people should do when feeling stress. The question was like this. It was given as dash refers to focusing human efforts for maintaining a healthy body and mind capable of better withstanding stressful situations. So here the answer will be stress management. Okay, so like this type of 1 mark question may come. So you are going to you are requested to go through the each and every line of the session. Okay, read it carefully, understand. Okay, and then if you have any doubt, okay, you can keep ready for Monday's class. So you can ask me any doubt if you have, and at the same time keep learning, complete your homework, and I will be giving you my code also of Google Classroom where you can submit. So as you have to submit in Google Classroom, and as well as the to in writing good handwriting, okay, and study. And I'll mention the date also, okay, when you have to study, when you have to submit. All right, thank you, have a nice day.